Why would you do that? Nah, no, I wouldn't do that. I'm not paying 35 quid for it. No way. Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Carmel, and in today's video we have our next episode of Buy or Buy, where I take you through some up and coming new makeup launches and I tell you whether I'm considering purchasing them or whether they are a really easy pass. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, then please do keep on watching. So as always, some of this makeup is out already and some of it is drugstore, some of it is high-end luxury. We've got a little mix of everything. So we're going to start with a reformulation, another one, because I know that you want more of them, don't you? I know everybody's so sick and tired of seeing their favorite products reformulated, especially powders, foundations, concealers, and you know, it's not going to stop anytime soon because the pesky EU, they are tightening up their restrictions and restrictions on ingredients that we are allowed to put on our faces. So I guess it can only be a good thing in the long run, but doesn't stop it being annoying when they take away our holy grail. Now, this first product that we're going to talk about is from Dior, and there's a couple of items from Dior that I wanted to chat about. So the first one is a reformulated foundation, and this is the Dior Forever Skin Glow. So I think this has been reformulated previously, but I don't know. I'd never tried the original. I don't know why I haven't tried the original. I was never really a big Dior foundation fan. That's come later in life. So anyway, there are two options actually to choose from. So there is the Dior Forever Skin Glow, which retails for €59, by the way, but that's no shocker, is it? It's Dior we're talking about here. It claims to have 24 hours of wear, 48 hours of hydration, triple action care, an SPF of 25, and it has some extra ingredients that it did not have previously. And I know that you can guess what is coming in this ingredient list. Go on, tell me the ingredient that you know has been added. Niacinamide, of course. Obviously, it's niacinamide because we want it in everything that we put on our faces, clearly. So anyway, it's got niacinamide in there, it's got hyaluronic acid, peptides. There is not just a Dior Forever Skin Glow, there's also Dior Forever Skin Wear, which is a blurring natural matte foundation. So if you have more oily skin, you might be more attracted to that. Same price, has a different SPF. It has a lower SPF of 20, 24 hours of ultra wear, and this one claims to be transfer proof. Now, I bought it. I didn't buy the matte one. No, obviously not. I bought this Forever Skin Glow because I've got dry skin and I prefer a glowy foundation. Here it is. I am only wearing it for the first time today, okay? So I'm not ready to talk about what I think of it really because I don't do first impressions here. However, I'll chat to you about what I think of it after having it on my face for 5 hours. I don't know, really, is my answer. Let's talk the shade first, right? So I got the shade 2.5N because that is my shade in the foundation stick. I kind of knew it would be a little bit too dark for me, but coming up to the spring and summer, I'm hoping I'll get a little bit of a tan if the sun decides to make an appearance. It's a bit dark for me right now. I think if you're looking at my skin, you're probably thinking, whoa, Carmel looks a little bit on the orange side today. My first reaction was that it might oxidize, but I don't know whether it does. It's too early for me to say. That's 2.5N neutral. I had a little suspicion that it would be a thicker formulation because of the SPF, and I was right. It's not, I don't know, I expected it to be really skin-like and super glowy. Now, I have powdered it down. The one thing it's not is dewy. It's not dewy at all, okay? Not at all. It has more glow in here because of these lights. My first impression was, this ain't glowy. It's not really that glowy at all. It looks a little heavy for my liking. I thought it would be a really perfect everyday foundation, so a little bit like the new reformulation of the Armani Luminous Silk. I'm happy to put that on a daily basis. It feels like nothing. This doesn't really. It's okay so far, but it's not blown my socks off, okay? My first impressions are not like, it's so great, it's amazing. It's just, it's fine. It's okay. So I did pick up one of the new eyeshadow palettes. This was €72. Yeah, for a quint. I ended up buying 855 Rose Moiré. I haven't used it yet. I've swatched it. Looks nice. Looks very, very soft. I'm not going to talk about this at all because I haven't tried it on my eyes. I've swatched it. Looks nice. It better be worth 72 quid. I'll tell you that. Now, here's the thing, right? I know that you're probably thinking, she's bought a lot of eyeshadow palettes recently. And if you take a look back at my channel, so I've been going for 2.5 years now, I have not been buying eyeshadow palettes because I fell out of love with them. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was lazy. I couldn't be bothered. Nothing really spoke to me. Maybe I was just in that phase of my life where my kids were really young and I just didn't have time for eyeshadow palettes. Now, my kids are a little bit older now, so they're almost 7 and 11, almost. And yeah, maybe it's that. Maybe I'm not so tired anymore. Maybe that's what it is. But I'm finding myself more attracted to eyeshadow palettes more than ever before. And so that's why I went and I got this palette. I'm going to chill out now with the eyeshadow palette. I would really like the drugstore to come out with some amazing drugstore palettes. You know that I love the drugstore. Probably have more drugstore than I have luxury high-end at this stage. But I struggle sometimes with their eyeshadow palettes. Now, Morphe have brought some amazing ones out. Catrice have some incredible eyeshadow palettes. But apart from that, I struggle a little bit. Yeah, let's hope that there are some affordable eyeshadow palettes that are going to come our way in 2026 because I'm here for it. I'm back on the palette train. So the next product is another reformulation, but this is a concealer reformulation. So this is a concealer from MAC and it's called the Studio Fix 36 Hour Smooth Angles Concealer. That's a weird name, isn't it? Retails for about €27. And I think that this is a reformulation of the Smooth Wear Concealer. I bought it. So this is another one that I've only worn twice and I have it on today. So I've worn it for a day and a half. Okay, that's where we're at with this. I don't know how I got hold of this because it has only gone live on the MAC website this morning, but ASOS had it a week ago. And I don't know whether they released it early or what, but I got it. I got it straight away. So it has 44 all-inclusive shades. It claims to be crease-proof, lightweight, full coverage, smooths the appearance of skin, and has a natural matte finish. So let's talk about the shades. If you were not aware, MAC have changed their shades, okay? In the last 2 years, I'd say, they have reformulated loads of their products and they have changed their shades. So don't go blindly picking a concealer shade that you were 5-10 years ago because you won't be the same. The most recent concealer I purchased from MAC was this, the MAC Studio Radiance 24-Hour Luminous Lift. Didn't like it. Okay, didn't like this concealer at all. So I didn't have high hopes for this new one. But I'm going to show you this concealer on my hand here. This is in the shade NC17 and it's a newer shade, okay? So I knew that this shade was a little bit too warm for me. So I decided with this newer concealer to go for NC 14.5. Now, when you look at it there, oh my gosh, doesn't it look horrifically light? So as soon as I opened it, I thought, well, this is going to be a concealer that just sits in a drawer. At the top, you've got the new concealer, the Smooth Angles in 14.5, and then you've got the Studio Radiance in 17.5. I don't know if you're noticing, but it's changing colour, isn't it? This is the new one, okay? So 14.5, it's light beige with neutral golden undertones for light skin. Now, when I first used it, I thought, well, it's going to make me look like I've got a flashback under my eyes. But look at how much it deepens. Can you see that? So let me just swatch it again for you and you'll see how much it deepens. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how much it deepens. There it is at the top when it's dried down. And that's it upon first application. So I'm going to say to you, if you are going to get this concealer, go for a shade that is lighter than what you think you're going to be, because I think we can class this as oxidizing, can't we? I know there's some complexion products, they don't necessarily oxidize, they adapt to your skin. I don't know. I am not a chemist. I don't know what's happening here, whether it is oxidizing or not, but I know it gets deeper. Okay, that's what I can tell you. So I would say to you, if you're going to get this concealer, go for a lighter shade than you would normally. Anyway, shades aside, let me talk to you about my first impression. So I've got it on today. Now, it says it's a full coverage concealer. I'm going to say it's not. But what I'm going to say is, in the day and a half that I've worn this, and this is a real first impression, I can't believe how creaseless it is. Now, it's too early to say, but how is it not creasing at all? I don't get it. Now, I have set my under eyes today because it says it's a natural matte finish, but I'm going to say it's more natural than matte. I'm confused. I'm really confused. So I'm holding out hope for this. I think the only negative at the moment that I'm seeing is that it definitely deepens in colour. So I think people are going to be struggling a little bit with that, I would say. And maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just mine. And maybe it's just my skin. Who knows? Wouldn't be the first time it'd be just a me problem. But anyway, I will get a review out soon. But yes, first impression's really, really good. Let's move on to Physicians Formula now. And they have a bunch of new products out. And I'm talking about these. But I know deep down that I'm not going to be able to get my hands on these for a long while because it often takes quite a while for Physicians Formula to make its way over here to Europe. But there's a few new releases that really caught my eye. So I'm on the US website now. So the first one is the Bronze Booster Sun Blur Glow Activated Bronzing Balm. Why can we not just simplify names again? So this is an ultra creamy balm format cream bronzer designed for effortless application. It's designed to give natural warmth and golden dimension with a soft focus blurred effect. Oh, yeah, it's got niacinamide in. It looks really, really good. And I actually love the packaging. Look at that lovely gold lid. But that retails for $16.99 US dollars. So there's another one that caught my eye. So this is the Mineral Wear Diamond Lip Oil Stain. So that's interesting, isn't it? A lip oil stain. Is it going to be like my new favourite from Catrice? Because Catrice have just brought out a lip tint and it is my new favourite. A few shades there that look absolutely gorgeous. They retail for around 10 US dollars. Now, the one that really caught my eye is the Butter Glow and Go Contour Stick. If you have been with me for a while, you will know that one of my favourite items from Physicians Formula, well, probably my favourite item is the Butter Glow and Go multi-use stick. So the blush and the bronzer, so good, so good. So this is a precision contour stick which glides on seamlessly for a naturally sculpted look. Retails for $13.49 US dollars. And I think that's going to be really good. Now, is it going to be better than the Morphe? We shall see, but I'm very interested in picking that up. Now, there's another pressed powder bronzer there. I know you're not going to believe me, right? But I've never tried the Physicians Formula powder bronzer, the famous one. I know, what's wrong with me? I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I've not tried it. But from what I can see, this one is actually talc free. So it's an ultra creamy, finely milled powder bronzer, which blends evenly to deliver smooth skin-like warmth. Again, another little addition of niacinamide in there because you didn't have enough already. I really feel like Physicians Formula have upped their game recently, so I'm excited for those. If you've tried any already, let me know. Are they good? I need to know all the details. Now, this one is an interesting one, and I did not have a clue about this foundation until you've heard me speak about Harry. Harry is one of my viewers, and I appreciate him so much. I always feel like I have my finger on the pulse when it comes to new makeup launches, but he seems to have like some sort of inside knowledge. But anyway, he came and he told me about this new foundation, which is from Kiko Milano, and it's called the Lumiverse Glow Beyond Serum and Foundation. Look at that. Look at the bottle. Does that remind you of anything? Does it remind you of this? The new foundation from Clarins, the foundation in one side and you've got serum in the other. And this is looking very, very similar. It claims to be a revolutionary product, a hydrating anti-wrinkle serum and radiant foundation that combines when dispensed, transforming into a unique hybrid formula for skin that's perfect today and even more beautiful tomorrow. So it claims to have a fluid, melting, hydrating texture with radiant finish and second skin effect. Is this what we're going to see now? Are we going to see all of these brands coming out with duo products like this, you know, the foundation and the serum? Because if they are, people are not going to be very happy, because people were not happy about this. Lots of different reasons people didn't appreciate this or don't appreciate that. The actual retail price is $35.99, but on the website it's reduced to $17.50. Who's going to pay 35 quid for a drugstore foundation? Why would you do that? No, I wouldn't do that. I'm not paying 35 quid for it. No way. The whole point of a drugstore foundation is that it's affordable. That is not affordable. No, not interested if you're going to charge me that much. No thanks. We actually have a few new releases from Morphe. So the first one is the Dazzling Metallics collection, and I think it might be limited edition. I'm never really that bothered when it comes to limited edition products, and I kind of didn't really focus any attention on this when it was released, but then I kind of looked at the individual products. I wasn't interested in all of them, and I'm going to tell you why. So the Dazzling Metallics Eyeshadow Trio, I haven't seen one person review that positively, which is so disappointing because my favorite eyeshadows, affordable eyeshadows, are from Morphe. So I was disappointed, but also relieved that I wasn't going to buy it. So there's a highlighter, there's a Mixed Signals dual-ended cream and liquid shadow stick, there's a shimmer lip gloss, and there is a new shade of the blush trios. So I did buy the Blush Trio's new shade, which is Yacht Day. Haven't used it yet, but I'm very excited to. Looks absolutely gorgeous. So it costs £20 on its own, and I love those trios. They are my favourite blushes. I actually have one of the Morphe blushes on today, which is in the shade Blind Date. Love it. I'm not going to get the highlighter, I'm not going to get the lip gloss, but I did get the Mixed Signals dual-ended liquid shadow, and I picked it up in the shade Stealthy Wealthy. So I will get those into a video at some point soon. Actually, I did want to say that Morphe are now available on Cult Beauty, which is very exciting. And they've released another permanent product, which is the Life Proof Continuous Setting Mist. So this is an air-powered, alcohol-free, microfine mist, which is waterproof, sweatproof, and transfer resistant. It looks really nice. I liked their other one, the one in the black can, but it wasn't my favourite. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. It's £19, creates an invisible layer over makeup. It has a plant complex, which reduces shine throughout the day. And ectoin, which is known to hydrate, protect, and smooth. Honestly, I don't really need anything that's going to control the shine on my face. I kind of like the shine coming through on my face during the day. But yeah, if I can get a hold of that anytime soon, I will definitely review that. This next release I don't think is out yet because I can't find it on their website. It's from Maybelline, and I have only just seen this on the Trendmood Instagram page. This is, again, from Maybelline, and it's the Lifter Gel Oil in Gel Twist Pen. So this claims to combine the best of a lip gloss and a lip oil, delivering a reflective glassy finish with a bouncy non-sticky feel. The Lifter range from Maybelline. Absolutely love it. Some of my absolute holy grails come from that line, but I don't like the look of these. I don't know whether it's the packaging. The thing is with the Lifter line, none of the packaging has been particularly luxe looking, okay, and I wouldn't expect it to be. However, this looks particularly not attractive. I don't know whether it's the twist up applicator, and when I was reading about the clicky twist pen, it says that it dispenses just the right amount of product. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I feel like I want to control how much I dispense on my own. So I'm used to a squeezy tube. So here's the thing when I'm looking at the shades, right? All of the shades look very, very similar. Very similar. The only ones that look in any way different are Melon Aid, which is a red, and Berry Twist, which is a blackberry. They're the only two that stand out as different to the others. The others just look the exact same. So I don't know. I mean, I'm moaning, but I probably will pick it up. But I have no idea when that's going to be released. I don't know how much it is or when we're going to see it. But yeah, be interested to hear what you think of that launch. It's a funny one. So moving on to Rare Beauty, they have released a new collection. This is the Neutral Eye collection. On paper, this is me, isn't it? It's just me, neutral. There's an Essential Neutrals eyeshadow palette. Now I can only see this as available on the US site. Honestly, even for me, who's as beige as they come, this palette does nothing for me. I don't know. It just doesn't. I know that I would probably enjoy it if I had it, but it's not a palette that I am particularly excited by. It's not a palette that I go away and keep thinking about. And here's the thing, right? I really like Rare Beauty. They went off the radar for me a little bit in 2025, but I really appreciate so much about Rare Beauty, especially the fact that they make their packaging very accessible for everybody. It's so good. Got a mascara to go with it, which is $24. They've got a matte liquid liner. No, there's just nothing in that collection that honestly does excite me. I'm sure it'll be lovely, and for somebody it'll be a holy grail, but for me, even though I'm back on the palette train, I don't want that one. No, I'm not really interested. I'm harsh, aren't I? Harsh. Can we just talk about Makeup Forever for a minute? I think this is important. They've released some new pencil shades, okay? So as far as I know, these are pencils that are designed to be used on the lips, but they can be used elsewhere as far as I know. Now, I didn't really do a whole lot of reading on this. Much to my detriment. I saw these appear on Cult Beauty and I got a little bit giddy because I haven't tried a Makeup Forever lip pencil in so long. And I was a little bit intrigued by these new pencil shades. So what I didn't do was read the fine print that some of these shades are shimmery. And it was only when I got it in the post and I really wanted the shade Cosmic Wherever Walnut. It was only when I put it on my lips and I was like, where's that glitter coming from? Where have I got that from? It's the pencil. Yeah, I'm so disappointed. I don't think the camera's picking it up. It's so sparkly. It's literally so glittery. I'm never going to use this on my lips, literally never. And I feel like Cult Beauty didn't really describe each shade properly. And one thing I'm going to say, they're not very creamy. In fact, I felt like it did drag a little bit. And that is not the formulation that I would be used to when it comes to Makeup Forever. They have some of the best lip liners out there. It says that it's a multitasking pencil, so I'm wondering if I can use it on the eyes. That's the only place I'm going to use it. I'm so disappointed. I paid 24 quid for that. So disappointed. So if you are picking up any of the new Makeup Forever pencil shades, please make sure that you know what you're purchasing, okay? Don't blind purchase like I did and end up with a product that you don't want. If you love shimmery sparkles in your lip liner, then you will love this. Not for me. I think the bottom line here is that I'm just not fun enough for this lip liner. No, I'm not fun enough for this lip liner. Not at all. So the last thing I want to talk about is another, I'm going to call this a reformulation. Charlotte Tilbury has reformulated her magic cream. I think when it comes to Charlotte Tilbury's magic cream, you either love it or you think it's absolutely ridiculous. And I do love it. It's a lot of money to be spending on a face cream, okay? But it's a really nice product, the original. So 3-in-1, it's a primer, SPF, moisturizer. And I do love it. I've never been able to deny that. However, now we have a new one. So this is supposed to be her magic cream, but supercharged. And it's not out today. It's due out in the next few days. This claims to have a facelift effect in a jar. How? It is impossible for a cream to give you a facelift. How? Yes, it might smooth and soften your skin. And as you know, I'm a big fan of the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I think it does leave the skin nice and hydrated and glowy. I used it this morning under my foundation. I really don't think, in my opinion, a cream can give you a facelift appearance. I'm sorry. So it's clinically proven to revive the look of skin in 28 seconds. That is very precise, and reverse 10 visible signs of aging, while giving you that iconic Tilbury glow that you love. How different can it be? Now, if people do start walking around looking like they've had a facelift, I will definitely be buying it, but I'm skeptical, okay? I am skeptical. You definitely don't need to be running out and buying the new Magic Cream, because no doubt it's going to be very, very, very expensive. So yeah, no, I won't be getting that anytime soon. Okay, so that's all I want to talk to you about this month. There are obviously a lot of other releases that are out there, but none that really have piqued my interest. I will try and get my reviews of the Dior, the MAC out soon. I need more days. I need more days. I could literally put out 5 videos a week at this stage, but I wouldn't do that to you, honestly. But anyway, do let me know, what do you think about these new makeup launches? Have you seen anything that's on the horizon that you think I need to check out, or anything that you're finding really exciting at the moment? Let me know everything down in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I so appreciate you being here with me. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next video. But until then, take care and bye for now.